Yeah, he's made the one. Nice cue ball control as well. Went straight in the middle of the pocket as well, kind of didn't wobble and go in, so straight out the gate he's found the sweet spot. And he's got a nice look at the blue too.
In terms of what they've achieved in their respective careers, you would have to make Yapp favourite. Styer's done a lot, but Yapp's done a little more.
That's the cue ball control we were talking about, Yapp. That was a nice shot he played there. Made it look super easy.
Now this 9-ball isn't as easy as he wanted it to be. The cue ball didn't travel quite as far as he anticipated, and we've seen these missed.
Yeah, he's put himself under a little bit of pressure here on the opening night.
Aloysius Yapp wins the first rack.
Now this is a pressure ball. He's a really good cueman. Technique excellent. But there are no guarantees with this.
Confidence builder. That's what them type of shots are. This is all about the pace. He's got a nice little angle, but he's got to come a couple of rails and make sure you don't land him behind the 9-ball. I can only presume he didn't fancy 2 rails and dropping in that gap. I presume he just tried to draw into the 7. Now he's going to play the bank in the side, and there's an outside chance he puts the 9 down the rail. He'll send the cue ball into the 9.
Just nudge the 9 a little too forcefully.
I think he's got to play another bank shot. I think he'd have already got down and cut the ball in if he can. So bank near where his hand is into the bottom corner for 3-0.
It was bank, then bank again.
Better. You can tell if you look at the cue ball and look at the pink 4. Oh wow, it's come round and dressed up. The cue ball arcs below the 9, and if you watch that, usually the 1-ball's disappeared.
And Styer towards the end was keeping an eagle eye on that pink 4-ball, because had it dropped he would have been hooked behind the 9 on the 5.
Extension called.
Does he cut it in the middle and run the cue ball, or is he going to play the bank? It's going to be the bank from that angle. Cut it in the sides, brutal. Oh wow, have you ever seen a ball rattle like that from that angle? Usually it bounces away, that's how close he got to it.
Last year at this tournament, all of the six pockets were extremely miserly. Now the corners this time haven't been, but the middle pockets retain that spiteful edge.
Yeah, he was walking round, he thought he'd made that shot. Just got to judge the brown 7 here. Potting the 8s, no drama. It's where the brown 7's going to bounce to. He'll probably play for the brown 7 in the bottom right corner with the looks of it. It'll just squirt across, hold the cue ball there. And it looks like he's going to steal the rack. If he draws it, he's got to be careful he doesn't put too much spin on this and go in the middle pocket. That is plum.
I'll rehash a phrase I used earlier. It's a game of fractions. The attempted bank from Tyler Styer to the middle was a millimetre away, but it didn't drop, and it made an immense impact. What might well have been 3-3, in fact, is a 4-2 lead for Singapore's Aloysius Yapp. Backing so quick. These two both quite measured. They won't do anything hastily, or indeed recklessly.
Oh, he's having a look at this. He feels like there's a slither of the red sticking out. Look at that. Oh my. Rather him than me. Been some very good safeties in this match.
At the age of 30, the mince pies are still working. Mince pies, Cockney rhyming slang for eyes. That was, as Carl said, razor thin. And it wasn't just the fact he caught the red 3 ball, it was how he controlled the cue ball afterwards. Now that was very good refereeing from Ben Taylor. He was right there to see whether the contact was legal or not, and it was just the 3 ball that was hit first.
A good angle here to get back down for the 8 ball. It's amazing to see the different styles of players we have. You know, the previous match where it was Mickey Krause against Jonas Suto. Suto was the eventual winner. If you missed that, he's booked his place into this evening's final. They kind of just run around the table, don't they, see the shot. They don't queue up very long before they pull the trigger. Yapp and Styer a little bit more methodical. hold the cue ball. Felt he couldn't. Does not want this to finish on the rail. Wants this to bounce. Okay. A little further would have been nice, so a small test to pass.
Yeah, absolutely. Question mark on this.
Tyler Styer wins the
Cool,
eighth round.
collected, composed. Tyler Styer from 3-0 down now finds himself on level terms. It is 4-4. You fall into a certain rhythm, and the time constraint easy to cope with.
Wow.
Ooh. We're always looking, Carl, for turning points, aren't we? That was the definition of one.
Yeah, there's been a couple of balls where he's not potted in the centre pocket and they've still fell. That's because he played them a lot slower. Couldn't play it slow. He had to pump it round, and looked like Styer was finally going to get a lead in this one. He's gifted Aloysius rack number 9.
Aloysius
Yapp
wins the
is
ninth round.
back in front.
Yeah, it's 3:30 and still a lot of pool left here in this one. Simple but effective, that.
Yeah, we don't want to be overly dramatic about the effect of playing the second semi-final, but Suto will be well rested, refreshed.
Wow, I didn't think that was possible. He didn't have much space to land the cue ball. What a jump shot.
Richard irony this. He missed a very simple 8-ball to the same pocket a few moments ago and then knocks in that spectacular 2 jumping, going airborne.
This needs to stop. Oh, it's nice. That's another really good shot.
Extension cool.
Where the cue ball came to rest, he didn't have the angle to get better on the purple, so he's backing himself to knock this in.
Without beating about the bush, though, this is a shot that could go astray.
That's better.
Didn't threaten the pocket. have left a very simple opener. That is not the case. Yes, the combination was there, but with the cue ball so close to the object ball, it was always going to be a little tricky.
Yeah, that will do. Sets this rack up nicely now.
Yeah, he acknowledged a nice little rub there, didn't he? The retained shape. But you're right, Carl, this is the golden opportunity for Styer to hit the front for the first time. If he sees value, he's prepared to take it on. Now, I don't know about you, Carl, but that seemed a very thuddy contact.
Yeah, I didn't spot it. I was just too busy looking at the blue too to see if it made the bank. Here's a look. Yeah, it sounded a little like a kick shot. It's his second bank he's missed into a side pocket. The main thing is, look what he's left. Not a great deal. Yeah, what do I do? This is when Nineball can be a really tough game to play. I mean, he's jacked up. He's got to go for a combination. There's a lot of distance, and this is not dead set. It's got to be made, and he's missed it. It's not a bad shot. It was just a difficult shot.
Yeah, much like the ticklish combination he failed on in rack 11.
Ball off this left-hand side rail and back out for the 8.
Well, that was purely technique. He was up on the shot far, far too early. You're supposed to keep your head still. Aloysius Yapp did not.
Yeah, it was a snatch. An opportunity that's gone. And it's at the end of the match. There's not many racks left to be played. You know, when these mistakes happen in the opening 4 or 5 racks, we can be guilty of forgetting about them. But at the end, this is when they really show up.
It's a terrific tussle in Telford, and Tyler Styer regains the lead. It's a slender advantage, 8-7.
Favourite to lay a good hook here. Ideally wants to get it under the pink and touching the pink. Wants to take away the jump shot. That was the idea.
Yeah, he's taken away one side cushion as well. And where the green 6 and the brown 7 are, coming off the other side cushion is no picnic.
Extension call.
What a fluke. What a massive fluke.
The things that you see on a pool table. Doesn't go though, does it? Can he play the carom? Pot the purple 5. Must hit the 3 first. Nice. Nicely done. Gonna try and get the cue ball working around the table though for the red 3.
Extension call.
Where the cue ball is now would be ideal for the red 3. I don't think he can get there though. Make sure you get the bank. No, you missed a couple. Oh, the bank in the side has not been great for Tyler.
If he wins this match, it would be his biggest individual payday. He wanted to break the bank, as it were. Well, right now the banks are breaking him.
Extension called.
Now that was a more difficult pot in many respects than the one ball he missed earlier. He's not only knocked it in, he's got command of the white as well. Shape from 7 to 8 seems to be the possible stumbling block. Maybe that's clutching at straws because it really should be achieved. This 9 ball surely won't be missed.
Aloysius Yapp
Dispatched,
wins the 18th
and so Aloysius Yapp is 2 up with a possible 3 to play. He's on the hill.
He's playing the hook. Styer will get back to the table. If this keeps going, well, if it kept going, he might have had a jump shot into the side. He doesn't. That's what Tyler Styer is faced with.
Styer now needing the luck that turned this match around. Laid a tough snooker in the 16th rack. Yapp not only made contact, just about, he outrageously fluked the 2, and ever since he's been on top. The match has been slipping away from his American opponent.
He's coming through the gap in between the brown 7 and the Bumblebee, the 9-ball. He's going to hit the purple 5 full, and hopefully it goes in a pocket. Well, that's the worst thing
Foul
that
stroke.
could have
Ball in
happened,
hand.
because he's give up ball in hand. Yapp can place it anywhere
Please
on the
stop.
table. This is going to be over. They're all over the pocket.
If this was any other situation apart from one that's highly charged, it would be connecting the dots a certainty. It all flipped on a fluke.
Aloysius Yapp.
There is no win for Wisconsin, but there is success for Singapore. Winning the last 4 racks in an epic battle, Aloysius Yapp into the final of the UK Open. He defeats Tyler Styer by 11 racks to 8. What a battle royal!